What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MaxCap Podcast. Excited to have you here today. Appreciate you listening. Today's Thursday, March 24th. Still March Madness. We're still here, baby. And had a very good weekend, might I add to that. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all watching. If you like what you see here today, if you want to support me, do me a favor. Just subscribe to the channel. If you do end up watching these videos, I'd love a like or a comment. That'd be dope. And we'll just keep things rolling. Today's going to be a pretty, a little bit short and sweet video. Obviously, it's Thursday. We've got the Sweet 16 starting tonight and tomorrow. We've got the Elite 8 in college basketball over the weekend. And come Monday, we'll have a Final Four all laid out. So really excited on my end. And I have to say, March Madness did not disappoint over last weekend. We said it would be crazy. We knew it would be crazy. And I'd say it was pretty crazy, crazier than normal. And we've got some very, very good matchups coming up this weekend. So what I'm going to do is bring in my dog, Jordan Pina, again, JP. JP was with us last week, and sheesh, man, you were cooking in hot grease.
Part of the madness, man.
You had a grand old time. I'm sure you did well this weekend, and just welcome back. Like I said on the last show, if you have a good weekend, we'd love to have you back, man.
Listen, I appreciate it, man. That means I did something right. My bracket looks okay. It was fun, man. Again, best time of the year. So, it's always good when you can watch some good basketball and, your bracket progresses the way that you mapped it out. And
yeah,
here we are, Sweet 16, man.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'll say this. My bracket's not looking that great. Obviously, I picked a couple of different winners. I picked Illinois. They didn't make it through the weekend.
Yeah.
But I also picked Duke and Purdue, which I actually have future. I was telling you before we hopped on here, I have future bets on them. So hopefully one of them can get it done. But my bracket ain't too pretty. I'm not going to lie.
They're not supposed to be perfect, though. As long as you got a few here and there that are still playing, I think you're doing something right. So
exactly. So let's just recap a little bit. Let's recap a little bit. Because, again, here's your flowers, bro. Like, I went back and rewatched the episode last week, and you were pretty spot on a lot of big calls.
I had a few.
What was your favorite?
My favorite, I think my favorite was Miami, the Hurricanes. Again, I talked about Jim Larinaga, Charlie Moore.
You know what? I think we have some of that footage. Let's run the tape.
Let's run it back.
Let's run the tape. Let's see.
They might be an early exit. One in particular, I got Miami. I think they can win a few games in this tournament.
Interesting.
But I think Jim Larinaga has Jim Larinaga, man. It's the madness stuff.
Well done there. I mean,
if you make it to the second weekend, man, you did something right the first weekend.
And if you played them on the money line in that second round, they were 7-point dogs, and they led from start to finish. So, hey,
couple battles, and again to go out there and the USC game, they let USC hang around.
Yeah.
They almost blew it. That was one I think I might have texted you the U at really early. A little premature.
Did. Yeah.
So I had to sweat that one out a little bit. And then again to go there and knock off Auburn. Again, those guys are tough, man. Jim Larinaga's tough. Great coach, Charlie Moore, man.
Yeah, the guard play for the Canes is just, and then what else do we have? We had let's run some more tape. Tape don't lie. That's what they say.
Tape don't lie.
Let's run some more tape.
Don't lie, man. Run it back.
To ask you, what is one winner on Thursday? Who's a team that's, and you can't give me a 1 or a 2 seed, right?
No. I'm gonna
because I know there's one game that I have circled, and it's one of the first games of the tournament.
I think you might be on the same page. I think Juwan Howard and his guys owe him a much better performance. I think they start this tournament off with that first 11 seed knocking off.
Dead on. Spot on again. I mean,
let's go to the round of 32, right? Let's just keep playing. Man.
Spot on.
Again, if you watch that game, those guys they looked inspired, and here they are. They're playing on the second weekend. We'll talk a little bit more about that matchup, but again, those are my two favorites: the Miami and Michigan. again, I think that the tournament's all about who's the hottest.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, both you and I talked about Kentucky and how they weren't the real deal.
We sure did.
Early exit for those guys. The St. Peter's dogs. Dogs.
I've been talking about those guys for a few weeks now. I saw the coach one game. I saw them closing out. I saw them rotating. They were playing Providence, who was really good. And I said, man, this is a little school that with a lot of heart. And then the guy ends up making, what's his name? What's the coach's name? I don't even know.
Shaheem Halloway.
There we go. He had a couple of great quotes, right? Where he said, "Oh, my guys are from New York and New Jersey. You think we're supposed to be scared of something?" I mean, they're expecting to win, and we talked about it. I know I laid the 18. I didn't take the money line, but plus 18, that was a walk in the park.
And we said that was a lot of points. That was a lot of points. And again, Kentucky, they're frauds.
We said they were going to be embarrassed. We're like, Calipari might go home embarrassed. So. Yeah, I mean, of course, my pick there in that early slate on Thursday was Providence, and I've been betting on Providence all year, and they just continue to cover, continue to win. They had a 1-point spread against South Dakota State. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Mm-hmm. And then took care of business in that second round.
Big time.
Got Richmond out of there.
Big time. So
got Richmond out of there.
Thank you for your service, Richmond. We appreciate it. See you later.
I've got
a Providence future. It's $200 to win $10,000 if they win.
Listen,
I bet that this week too.
They do.
Yeah.
Wow, listen. Tough Sweet 16 matchup from tomorrow, but again,
you know which side I'm on there.
Kansas is one of those teams, man.
Crazy if you lay 7 or 8 points in that game. Crazy.
Providence is too gritty.
Absolutely.
Too gritty. They're going to get after it, man. They're going to defend. They're going to make Kansas uncomfortable.
They're definitely a prime candidate for it. I mean, to think that that's a game I've circled them almost every game this year, and they deliver. Ed Cooley's got some magic. That game's on Friday.
That's a Friday game.
That's a Friday game. If we're looking, let's see. Actually, we can share the desktop here. Yeah, they're getting 7.5 points on Friday night, and I will be taking Providence. So anyone watching this, welcome to join me. Don't hate me if they don't cover, but this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, and I love them. But let's talk about the Sweet 16, man. Where are you at with this slate? It's Thursday right now. This video will drop, and people will be ready to pounce on these winners. What do you like? Who do you like to advance?
So Thursday's a tough slate, man. I definitely like Gonzaga. Again, that's my national champ. I think they showed a little bit of grittiness, to battle back in that second half the other night. They were tested. I think they'll move on. The two middle games, those are the ones that I think can go either way. Villanova and Michigan. Again, you're talking about a Michigan team who they're hot. They're getting hot at the right time. Again, Juwan Howard's done a great job. He's got those guys buying in. But Villanova is Villanova. They're the kings of the Big East. They're gonna battle regardless.
Yep.
They're gonna defend.
And here's the thing about Villanova. Somebody asked me on Sunday, I think they played, do you like Villanova? Laying 5 points. And my answer was very specific to them. 5 points is not a lot of points for them. And the reason why is because they just take care of business. They play so almost perfectly that they could be up by 2, 3, 4 points and then end up winning by 7 or 8 just because they're like, they get the ball. They get the ball in bounds, and they make their free throws and they don't turn the ball over. So I think the run's over for your guys.
For Michigan. I agree. It's not a bad season. You made it to the Sweet 16, but you're running into a buzzsaw.
So what do you think? What do you think is more valuable? A great coach with 3 days to prepare against another coach that has 3 days to prepare, or the quick turnaround, like a great coach and a quick turnaround? Because what are your thoughts on that?
I think the quick turnaround is more optimal for a Michigan team because you got 24 hours. You gotta be quick. You're giving Jay Wright and those guys almost a week to get ready for Michigan. So I think if had this matchup been the Elite Eight matchup, Michigan might fare a little bit better. But like you said, Villanova they don't make mistakes. They don't turn the ball over. The guards,
they're old.
They take care of it. He's been there forever.
Some of those guys are like our age, bro.
A lot of those guys are. That Providence team has a lot of older guys as well. Their average age is like 25.
I fucking love those guys.
Which is crazy.
What up, Dub Cash? What up, Dub Cash?
Shout out to Dub. I do think I agree with you, and Michigan gets out of there. Again, good run. Sweet 16 is never a bad thing. But again, you're one of the best 16 teams in the country right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next one though is the tricky one. Duke, Texas Tech. Again, it's tough, man. Coach K, I don't think they're ready for Coach K's career to end. But I think the guys from Lubbock, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
So that's almost an Elite Eight Final Four type of matchup. I think we're going to see a battle tonight with that one. And then the one that I think it can be taken away. I think we can see another one seed go down. The Dogs from Houston.
I love that. Dude, Houston, look, I mentioned that Illinois was a team that I thought has been there before, could bounce back. That team, I wasn't wrong about that, but that team is Houston. That team was Houston. Mm-hmm. They've been to a lot, I think 3 or 4 straight Sweet 16s.
Yep.
And I mean, the way they defend, they're all dogs. All those guys are dogs.
They're just dogs. They're dogs. And again, they're playing with very little to lose. You can go in there, and Arizona's confident, and again, you're the 1 seed. You're playing out west. Cool. Actually, you know what? I believe this game's in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, AT&T Center, San Antonio.
Yep.
Essentially, it's going to be a home game for Houston tonight.
It will. I mean, there's a lot. And Arizona travels, and it's not that far, but you're 100% right about that. I mean, you look at the spread. The spread is 1.5 points. Okay. I like Houston. I think Houston's going to win.
I think Houston goes in there and wins. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, if you watch them play, it's tough. And not a lot of people watched Arizona's second round game because it was Sunday night and it was like time to go to bed. We're all tired of basketball. Yeah. They should have lost that game. They hit a three. They hit a three with like 15 seconds left to tie it. So, and then TCU had the ball and turned it over. So,
yeah.
I think Houston's ready for this game. Arizona's been the most underrated team all year, even though they're number 1 seed. Nobody's talking about them. Their coach is phenomenal. But let's go Calvin Sampson, man. Let's go. Bring him to the Elite Eight.
Why not?
Why not?
My 4 winners tonight, so Thursday night, I got Gonzaga, Villanova. I think I'm going to lean Texas Tech.
Boo.
Then I'm going to go Houston. Those are going to be my 4 winners tonight. I think they advance. I think just kind of riding their hot tail and their hot streak, and again, Gonzaga is my national champ. So I think that's going to be So those are my 4 tonight.
So that I like those. I think I'm putting Gonzaga on upset alert. I've had them on upset alert the whole time. Everyone thinks they're going to win it all. I don't, and so they gotta. If I don't think they're going to win, then they have to lose eventually. And I like Musselman. I like Arkansas. They play tough, and. We'll see what happens. But that one, I mean, I'd probably take the 10 points there and think the game will be probably pretty tight. I think Villanova advances. I think Duke advances, and my future continues to live on. Go Coach K, and then Houston. We're both like Houston.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Friday's slate, man. Friday's a fun day.
What you think?
Tomorrow's going to be fun. Tomorrow's going to be like you're seeing 2 different days of basketball.
Yep.
You're seeing 2. I think it's very different styles. I think fast forwarding to the 2 late games. North Carolina, UCLA. You got an 8-4 matchup there. That's a good one. And then the 11-10 Miami, Iowa State. I would say none of those 4 teams were supposed to be here. And here they are. And then so we talked about the Dogs from St. Peter's, man.
They're going home. It's over. My guys, St. Peter's, I respect you. I appreciate you. I love the way you play. But you're done. You're done.
So here's my thing, Max. Here's my thing. Every year, and I said this last week. There's always that one team, that one team, right? And just getting to the Sweet 16 isn't enough for that one team.
Right.
Purdue is one of those teams that, again, if Jaden Ivey's not on, if he's not balling, if he's not, getting to the basket and creating for the 7-footer, they could be in trouble as well. St. Peter, again, nothing to lose. Did you see their student section after they advanced to the Sweet 16?
No.
St. Peter's was a zoo.
I just don't think it's a good. I've told you from the beginning, and why I have a future on Purdue. They're as good as any team in the tournament, and they're well coached. They're disciplined. They've got guards. They're huge, dude. How are they gonna handle both of those guys? I don't know. We'll see, but
it's tough. And again, I have Purdue advancing to my Final Four in another bracket. Not the one that I did for this, but again, I think it just could be a tough matchup. Again, St. Peter's is playing with house money.
So on that one, I won't bet against St. Peter's because I really hope they're tight, and I might end up taking the points, but I kind of think they're gonna get. They might lose pretty badly. They might. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think they know how to hang around games though, so maybe they can hang around. Providence. Providence is covering
quick
the 8.
Quick note on the St. Peter's. I know you mentioned the coach. I got an inside scoop that he's going to be the next head coach at Seton Hall.
I believe it.
Because of this run, like why wouldn't you want a guy like that? He got dogs. He played at Seton Hall. So all it takes is a couple wins, from that coaching standpoint.
For sure, he's a star. He's
saying all the right things.
Yeah, he reminds me of like Brian Flores when he first came, and I'm like, the Dolphins can't win a game, but this guy can really coach.
Coach his ass off. Yep,
he can really coach, and you can see it. So that game will be fun to watch.
That's gonna be a good one. Providence, Kansas.
Easy money. Providence +8. Thank you very much. Sprinkle a little on the money line.
So I think there's going to be another 1 seed that gets bounced.
Yeah.
I think the guys from Providence, man, they were the best team in the Big East all year. Battle tested. They can win a close game. They have the big. They have the guard play. They have the coaching.
They have the clutch, the fight.
Yeah. They were down. I watched them early in the year. They were down like 8 or 9 with like 2 minutes to go, and just kept scratching and clawing. And one possession at a time.
They make threes. They got some shooters out there.
They have that 1-2-2 that they have with the lanky lefty up top.
Manaya.
Deflections. Yep. Manaya. Yep. He gets deflections. So I think Providence. I think they're going to be playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think I like Providence.
And then North Carolina UCLA is a tough one. That's a tough one, but I think
is the big back? He's not suspended, right? He's not going to be missing any time.
I don't think so. No.
So I mean, with the big and the way that the Carolina guard, David, the way that he was shooting the ball the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can stay hot.
If they make shots, they're really, really good. If they don't make shots, they're really not that good. And I think this is where I put my foot down on these Tar Heels.
Enough's enough.
I'm going to chop them out. I think UCLA is going to beat them. And I also think Miami's going to win. Miami's going to the Elite Eight.
Yeah. Again, just dogs, man. You're talking just dogs. Just guys that they don't care who you are, what school you play for, how much bigger you are, how fast you are. We're just going to get in your shit. We're going to defend. I'm going to get to the rack. I'm going to score. And I'm going to knock down an open jumper. And you're not going to stop me. Yep. Again, you go back to what Shaheem Holloway said from St. Peter's. I got guys from New York and New Jersey. We're not afraid of anybody. Like, that quote, man, like, that's going to be one of the quotes that lives with him forever. Like, because, again, and you know what it is with a lot of these guys, and think of the teams that we just identified, man, like, when you have a coach like that, these players buy into it.
For sure. We know that.
So you have Ed Cooley. Boom. You have Jim Larinaga. Like, you can just kind of see their fight. Hubert Davis at North Carolina. Like, you can just see these guys that are like, my coach will run through a wall for me, so I'm going to run through a wall for him.
Yep.
Yep. Shout out to John Preziosa.
That's right.
He's one of our guys, man, and he would do it for us. And
shout out to Prez. And speaking of that, by the way, remember we talked about how we got guys smiling. I want to talk about this because I picked Illinois to win, and I was very, very pissed off while I was watching the game. We were talking about Curbelo, who's smiling on the court. He comes in the game, doesn't play well in the first half. Now, Underwood did a great job. He went to his freshman bench that he never goes to, and they gave one had 5 points, one had 6 points in the first half. Get up from the blackjack table at that point. Take your money and go back to your normal rotation. He sat Corbello the entire half. He didn't come in the game. And they lost. And he was like, you're going down without your best guys, man.
You gotta roll with the guys that want to be there, I guess, right? Is that maybe the mindset he went with?
I just think Corbello, clearly he decided that Corbello wasn't physical and big enough, but he didn't even give Frazier a breather. So he could have taken Frazier out and went small, just swapped the two of them.
Yeah.
He didn't give Frazier one breather. He played the whole half, which, as we know what that's like, a lot
of minutes, especially after just playing, 48 hours previous.
Yeah.
Tough.
He pissed me off with that one because they needed a playmaker. He's their playmaker. You went away from your guy and it didn't work.
Yep.
That's a tough conversation.
And now you're going home.
And now you're going home.
And now you're going home. As a coach, you got to just take that on the chin.
Yeah.
You go watch the film and
we've all been there. And when you watch that film, you ain't gonna see your guy.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be in the game.
That is a tough way to go out without your guys. But again, go with the guys that are fighting. Go with the guys that are contributing. Go with the guys that are benefiting the team. Definitely a tough coaching standpoint to be in, but
I don't like it, man.
We had guys smiling. I
don't like it. I don't like it.
Not with the shot to go to the Sweet 16, man. And again, I remember I was actually I was following that game on my phone, and they just next thing I look, Houston's up 14, 15.
Yeah. It was a 1-2 possession game the whole second half.
The whole game. Yeah. And then it was just cool.
Yeah. But they ran away with it. Kudos to Houston. Would have liked to see my guy Corbello in there making plays, go down swinging, so to speak. But it is what it is. Final four. You still like your Final Four?
So it's funny that when I look at my Final Four that I have, it's Gonzaga, Purdue, Arizona, and Kansas. But then as this obviously was done prior to the tournament starting. I think Kansas gets bounced.
Yep. I do too. I never thought they would get there. So.
I never thought they would get there. I think Arizona could get bounced. If not today, I think to Villanova on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Purdue, again, kind of to your point, if Jaden Ivey's being Jaden Ivey, they move on. Mm-hmm. But if the Dogs from St. Peter's, we could be looking at a 3 seed going down as well.
Yeah.
And then Gonzaga, I think those guys are just too good. They're just too good. They don't panic.
They're very good.
There's no lead that they can't overcome. I watched the interview with Timmy, and he when he refused to swear, but I just told those guys, man, like, we're not gonna go down like some soft guys. Like, we're just gonna battle.
We all know what he said.
Yeah, whatever the score says, but just battle. And they did. They were down at the half, 10 at the half, I think, 41-31, I believe. So the Zags I like, Purdue I like, and then I think my new Final Four now on the other side of the bracket is going to be Villanova, the Providence Miami matchup in the Elite Eight. Whew.
Prov. I got my updated Final Four is going to be. Look, I know it's risky, but let's go, Prov. Let's go.
Yep, okay.
Get through. Purdue. I'm gonna stick with Purdue. I'm gonna
in the East. Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Duke.
Oh, Duke out the West. Okay. So Duke, you have Duke beating Texas Tech and Gonzaga.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm putting Gonzaga on upset alert tonight.
Wow.
So
okay.
And
then in the South.
Yeah.
And the other one. Top
that
right.
one's tough, and
I think you like Houston. I think Houston's gonna be.
I like Houston guys. And I like Villanova. I don't think Arizona makes it.
No,
I don't think they make it. I think they're too reliant on like two guys.
But
obviously,
especially if they get to
Pac-12 Player of the Year, he's a monster. But
but Villanova defends.
Yeah.
Jay Wright's gonna, he's gonna put pressure on you.
Yeah, and Houston's gonna wear him down too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't come out of you if you play Houston, it's a 12-round fight. Like, it's
fight.
a dog fight.
You're stumbling out of that.
Win or lose. So
win or lose, you're stumbling out.
Man, they held these guys to like 40-something points, I think. 50
Crazy.
points. So that's what I like coming through. I mean, obviously, you know, I look at, just for everybody, I look at everything in real time. Sometimes I look at data and I flip my pick around literally, you know, 2 minutes before the game starts. You know what I do. So, you know, nothing's finalized. I'll be posting in the Discord, so feel free to check that out. And, you know, thanks for coming on, Jay. I think we'll wrap it up here. We'll see how you do. You got to earn your spot on the MaxCap podcast.
Listen,
so we'll see how you do.
Hopefully, I can make it to the final four, man. It's like Survivor. This is like Survivor. You got my 8 winners though. So
no, I love it. It takes a lot of confidence and boldness to just come out here and spit facts. But we know our stuff. We know what we're watching. We understand, you know, the programs and the coaches and all those things, which is why we do this. It's a lot of fun. I really appreciate you coming on, man.
My guy, I appreciate you, man. Best of luck. Hope that bracket doesn't get busted. Go Dukies just for you. But again, I'm on Texas Tech, so.
All right.
Well, we'll chat, man.
You the man, bro.
Appreciate you.
So appreciate you guys tuning in. That's my dog, Jay Pina. We'll put his contact below, at JPina03. Guy was cooking in hot grease last week. Let's see if he can keep it up this week. Hey, guys. I think I said it on the episode last week. I felt really good about this weekend. I thought I would get hot after a couple of rocky weeks. Let's see if I can keep it going. And first and foremost, you know, you heard what we're running with tonight. So either roll with us or roll against us. It's up to you. But either way, you got to live with your own results. Thanks for tuning into the MaxCap Podcast. Again, subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever it is. I know a lot of you guys have been hitting me up and showing some support for the pod, and I really appreciate that. So with that, good luck this weekend. Peace out and one love.